Hello, Sarah. Welcome. Today, I want to work on a very common conversation topic, but one that many learners find surprisingly tricky, talking about hobbies and interests.
Hello, David. That's a great topic. It seems simple, but I feel like my answers are always so boring. When someone asks me, "What are your hobbies?" I just say, "I like reading." And then the conversation stops.
That is the exact problem we are going to solve today, Sarah. The goal is not just to answer the question, but to use your answer to start a real conversation. A simple "I like reading" is a conversation ender. We want to create a conversation starter.
Okay, so how do I do that?
We can use a simple three-part formula. Part 1, state the hobby. Part 2, add a detail or feeling. And the most important, part 3, ask a question back. Let's try it with your hobby. Instead of just "I like reading," how would you answer using this formula?
Okay, let me try. Part 1, I like reading. Part 2, I especially like mystery novels. Part 3, do you like to read?
That is a huge improvement already. You've given the other person something to respond to. Now, let's make the language even more natural and engaging. Instead of "I like," you can use more powerful phrases. For example, "I'm really into," "I'm a huge fan of," or "lately I've been getting into."
I like those. They sound much more passionate.
Exactly. And for part 2, when you add the detail, try to include a feeling. Why do you like it? Does it relax you? Is it exciting? For example, "I find it so relaxing to escape into a different world for a few hours." So let's rebuild your answer one more time with these new tools.
Okay, here we go. Someone asked me, "What do I do for fun?" I'll say, "I'm a huge fan of reading, especially mystery novels. I find it so relaxing to try and solve the puzzle before the detective does." How about you? Are you a big reader?
Bravo, Sarah. That is a perfect world-class answer. It's interesting, it shows your personality, and it invites the other person to share. Now, let's try it with a different hobby. What's something else you enjoy?
I enjoy hiking.
Great! Use the formula and our new vocabulary to tell me about your hiking hobby.
In my free time, I love hiking on the weekends. It's a great way to clear my head and get away from the city noise. I recently discovered a beautiful new trail in the mountains. What about you? Do you enjoy the outdoors?
Another perfect answer. Now, you've mastered how to answer the question. The second half of being a good conversationalist is knowing how to react when they tell you about their hobby. You need to ask good follow-up questions.
That's a great point. I usually just say, "Oh, that's nice."
And that's another conversation ender. Instead, you need to show curiosity. Let's imagine I answer your question. You've asked me if I enjoy the outdoors, and I say, "Yes, I'm really into photography." What can you ask me next?
I could ask, "Oh, that's interesting. What got you into photography?"
That's a good question, but it's a yes-no question. Try to ask open-ended questions that start with what, how, or why. These questions require a longer answer. For example, you could ask, "Oh, that's interesting. What got you into photography? How long have you been doing that? What's the best part about it for you? Do you have any recommendations for a beginner who wants to start?"
Those are fantastic questions. They show you are genuinely interested.
Precisely. Okay, Sarah, you have all the tools. Let's do a final continuous role play. Imagine we are new colleagues making small talk during a coffee break. I'll start. So, Sarah, besides work, what do you like to do in your free time?
Well, David, I'm a huge fan of reading, especially mystery novels. I find it so relaxing to try and solve the puzzle before the detective does. How about you? Are you a big reader?
I enjoy reading, but I don't have much time for it lately. I'm more into photography.
Oh, that's interesting. What got you into photography?
I started about 5 years ago when I took a trip to Italy and wanted to capture the beautiful scenery. I've been passionate about it ever since.
What's the best part about it for you?
I love that it forces me to notice the small details in the world around me. It's a very mindful and creative process.
That sounds wonderful. I've always wanted to try it. Do you have any recommendations for a beginner who wants to start?
Absolutely. I can send you a link to some great resources. And just like that, we're having a real, engaging conversation. You were brilliant, Sarah. You answered perfectly and you asked excellent follow-up questions. Now, Sarah, if you, as a student who just learned how to have much more interesting conversations, really found this lesson helpful, what would you say to our listeners?
That's easy, David. I would tell them if this lesson gave you the confidence to share your passions and connect with people, please support our channel by subscribing and liking the video. Your support is what motivates us to create more lessons like this one.